Going to deal with the topic SCR. What is SCR? What are the basics of SCR? And how does the SCR works? And characteristic curves of SCR. And in the end, the various application and importance of SCR, and finally conclusion are the topics dealt in today's discussion. Introduction. The long form of SCR is Silicon Controlled Rectifier. Why the name silicon is? The semiconductor used over here is of silicon material, and they are basically rectifiers. You know about rectifiers. Rectifiers are the devices that convert AC to DC, and here the device is going to perform the rectification in a controlled manner. Hence the name Silicon Controlled Rectifier. And it is a power electronic device. Means is the device which finds application in power electronics. And it was first introduced in 1956 by Bell Telephone Laboratories. The basic thing what it is going to do is it can convert alternating current into direct current, and simultaneously is going to control the amount of power that is to be fed to the load. So what it does? It converts AC to DC, plus along with conversion it is going to control the amount of power fed to the load. So thus it combines the feature of rectifier and transistor. So what is the feature of rectifier? It performs AC to DC. What is the feature of transistor? It performs the controlling mechanism. Next, we shall see what is silicon controlled rectifier. A silicon controlled rectifier is a 4-layer solid state device. Solid state device means it is a semiconductor device. So it is having 4 layers, 3 junctions and 3 terminals. So students, please remember SCR is a 4-layer, 3 junction and 3 terminal device. Let us see what are the 3 terminals of the SCR. The terminals of SCR are, first one is gate, input terminal, anode, the output terminal, and the cathode. Cathode is usually grounded. It appears at the input and output circuits together. And the main uses of SCR are, it finds application in switching and amplification. So, since it is a rectifier, the symbol of SCR is similar to our PN junction diode. It is like the symbol appears as a diode symbol, and here in SCR extra gate terminal appears. The gate is the controller of current from anode to cathode. So this is the symbol of our SCR. The symbol consists of the diode symbol plus extra gate terminal. And the 3 terminals are anode, cathode, like ordinary diode, and 1 extra terminal gate. So the basic structure of SCR is, it consists of 4-layer PN structure. Means P layer, then N layer, P layer and N layer. Such 4 layers are present in the structure. Let me show. P layer, first P layer P1, N1, then again one more P layer P2, one more N layer N2. So PN layers, 4 layers are there, and 3 junctions are there, J1, J2 and J3. And in the top P1 layer we are going to take the terminal anode, and the bottom N layer, the extreme, the other extreme, from there the cathode terminal is taken outside. And from the P layer nearer to the cathode, a gate terminal is taken. We can consider this SCR as the combination of 2 transistors. So if we talk regarding 2 transistor model of the SCR, it appears in this way. So from this point to this point, if you draw a diagonal of this way, you are going to come out with 2 pieces of transistors. 2 transistors, 2 pieces each representing the transistor. So the upper part of the diagonal is PNP and lower part is NPN. Upper part is PNP transistor, lower part is NPN transistor. So this transistor is TR1, transistor 1. It is represented in this way. The anode is going to act as the emitter of the transistor 1. Similarly, the bottom transistor NPN is represented in this way, and the cathode is going to act as the emitter of this one. And the upper transistor TR1 is PNP, so the arrow marking is inverse, and the bottom transistor, this one, is NPN, hence the arrow marking is outgoing. And the emitter of the top transistor is anode, the emitter of the bottom transistor is cathode. And inside, the base of one transistor is connected to the collector of another transistor. Base of another transistor is connected to the collector of the previous transistor. So this is how we are going to have the two transistor model of the SCR. Now let us see how SCR works. Always load is connected in series with anode, and anode is always kept higher potential than cathode. So always anode is positive with respect to cathode, and whenever the load is to be connected, it is to be connected in series with the anode. And we are going to study the working of SCR in two different conditions. The first condition is gate is open, means gate is 0 ohms. The second is gate positive, means greater than 0. The gate is positive with respect to cathode. So under these two conditions, we are going to study the working of SCR. So the first case, the gate is open, that is the gate without gate voltage, with gate voltage equal to 0. How the SCR works, we are going to see. This is our SCR, and the load is connected to the anode, and we have given the voltage V, which is going to forward bias this SCR. Anode is always connected to positive with respect to cathode. And now the case we are studying is no voltage is applied to gate, means gate is open. Under this condition, what is going to happen is, since positive is connected to this P and negative is connected to this N, this junction J1 is forward bias. Similarly, positive is connected to this P and negative is connected to this N, the junction J3 is also forward bias. But if we talk about J2, the positive is connected to N and negative is connected to P, hence J2 is reverse biased. J1 and J3 are forward biased and J2 is reverse biased. Since the condition is all the three junctions should be in forward bias, only then the device is going to conduct the current. But now the problem is J2 is reverse biased, hence the SCR is not going to conduct any current. We say that SCR is cut off. And this is the cutoff happening with forward biasing of the SCR. Hence this is this reason in the characteristic curve we refer it as forward blocking mode. Forward blocking mode. I will show that in the characteristic curve. Now one more condition of the SCR, that is with gate positive with respect to cathode. Here earlier no voltage was applied to the gate, gate was open. Now we are applying a positive voltage to the gate. Then what is going to happen is, earlier both J1 and J3 were forward bias, the J2 was reverse bias. Now because of this biasing, positive biasing to gate, what is going to happen is the electrons start moving towards the junction. It crosses the J3 junction and comes to the P region. When it comes to P region, when the electrons comes to P region, they are attracted by J2 junction. So the current steadily flows in the SCR. And at J3 junction, electrons move towards the P region, and the holes in the P region cross the J3 junction, move towards the N region. And when the electrons come to the p region, they are immediately attracted by the J2 region, and henceforward without any problem they are going to complete the path and huge current flows and SCR starts conducting. And this region is referred as forward conduction mode. Forward conduction mode being indicated in the characteristic plot. And this one here, first with no gate voltage, only the anode is connected to positive with respect to cathode. At that time, due to J2, which is reverse bias, very minor leakage current flows, and this is in microamperes. And when gate is connected with some positive voltage, then the gate current starts flowing, and for particular gate voltage, this is going to enter into the conduction. And this point where the SCR goes to conduction, this is referred as breakover voltage, VBO, and it is in forward bias condition. VBO in F is marked in this way. And SCR conducts means the resistance of SCR decreases. That's why voltage suddenly decreases. The voltage shoots down. And after that, SCR is going to have a huge current flowing through it, and the current linearly increases. This is the forward biasing of SCR. Initially, it was in forward blocking mode, and after that, the forward conduction region, when the gate current is applied, it is going to enter into forward conduction region. And if at all we talk about the reverse blocking region, and when the SCR is reverse bias, the thing is earlier J1 and J3 were forward bias. Now they are going to become reverse bias. Only J2 is forward bias. And if any of the junction is reverse bias, no current flows. That is why a very small leakage current flows, which is in microampere. It is almost constant. Even if the voltage is increased, this current remains almost approximately constant. And after certain voltage, the breakdown of the reverse biasing depletion region is going to take place, and after breakdown, huge current flows. The reverse bias characteristic is similar to the ordinary diode's reverse characteristic, and this region is referred as reverse blocking region. So this is all about the characteristic curve of SCR. So we are going to say that SCR has got these different modes. One is forward blocking mode. This is forward blocking mode with no gate supply applied. Due to J2 junction reverse bias, very small leakage current due to minority current flows, minority carrier flows, and this is in microamperes. This is forward blocking mode. This is forward blocking mode. After that, we are going to have one more mode, forward conduction mode. And in this mode, after applying a certain gate current, SCR moves to conduction. SCR moves to conduction. And after that, a huge anode current flows, and this region is referred as forward conducting region. So this is forward conduction mode. The last one is reverse blocking mode. In this, anode is negative with respect to cathode, and at that time the two junctions J1 and J3 are in reverse bias and only J2 is forward bias. Since any of the junction is reverse bias, no current flows, and even with this case, since we are having two junctions in reverse bias, we are going to have no current flowing in the SCR, and this region is referred as reverse blocking region. The SCR is said to operate in reverse blocking mode. So these are the basic states of SCR. So now let us see what are the importance of SCR. What are the advantages? It has small size and it gives trouble-free service. Okay, this is one of the first advantage. Second is it is very reliable and fast action and lightweight. There are no mechanical parts involved